Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I repeat, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so before we go into the details of what this means, how this empowers you, and where it's said, let me just give a quick overview because we'll be covering a few things in this video. I will be showing you a document, and that document will be linked in the video description, that you can access all the transliteration that we have shown you so far, as well as all the transliteration that would be added to this project, inshallah. And then what you can do is you can just copy paste it or take a screenshot of it so that you would have it handy on your phone, or you can also edit the transliteration to help you with pronunciation. I will also show you prayer apps that will help you to find timings of the prayer, as well as it would also enable you to look at the position, and for each position what it said, you would actually be able to just click the play button on your phone and it will read out for you. And then you can use these videos and this sheet for practice in the private time, but during the prayer the apps can be really helpful, so I would like to show you that as well. Okay, so as far as what we have recited, this is a very important way of remembering and invoking Allah. So any action that we do, this is something that is very important. So basically what you're saying is that I'm starting in the name of Allah. Okay, thereby you are seeking assistance from Allah, you're seeking the blessings from Allah, you're seeking that as Allah facilitates the action that you're doing, the result that you're seeking. Allah blesses that action, Allah facilitates that action, Allah makes you successful. And here you're also mentioning and saying two great attributes of Allah, which are the attributes related to His mercy. Okay, and mercy encompasses a whole variety of things. Mercy encompasses forgiveness and letting go, being kind, so on and so forth. So this reminds us that, look, first of all, Allah is most merciful. There is no one who is more merciful than Allah. So Allah wants our success way more than our own parents, our own family members. So the one, if Allah commands us to do something, if Allah directs us to do something, it is not to cause us harm. If Allah commands us to perform 5 daily prayers, it's not for us to be less successful, but rather it would make us whole and way more successful than if we were not to pray. So this is something very important, and so on and so forth. Okay, so now even when you're doing your other actions, right? So when you are entering your home, you're exiting your home, you're eating, you're driving, you're taking a bus, you're whatever, you're studying, you're working, you're memorizing things, anything that you do, even when you're changing your clothes. So try to remember to start that action by something very simple, Bismillah. You don't have to say the whole thing, just saying Bismillah before you perform ablution, right? So this is something that you would have learned while you were looking at ablution. Just start with Bismillah, right? I'm starting in the name of Allah, and reminding yourself that, look, this action, Allah is watching me. Okay, this will also remind you to stay away from actions that are not permissible by Allah. Okay, so this is a very important thing for you to remember to do in your life, in all your actions, to seek blessings and to seek protection from Allah as well. Okay, so we will now break down on how it's said, but before that, let me give you a quick look over some of the things I wanted to show you. So this is a document that I'm preparing, and this will be linked in the video description. And this is also accessible by bit.ly prayer translate. Okay, so I will put that link in the video description, and you click on it, you'll get this document. On the side, you will also see, how you can basically navigate the document. So everything that we have done so far would be here. And right now we are covering how to recite the first chapter. And then later on, we'll also add these other things. This is a link of the PDF that I will show you and that we have used in the past. Now, actually, this is the PDF right here. Okay, so as you can see in this PDF, it starts like, look, you start step 1, Allahu Akbar. Then we did, seeking protection from Allah. That was step 2. And now we are in this thing, right? Reciting Surah Al-Fatiha, the first chapter of Quran, and it's the most important prayer that we say, several times in a day. Now, this is something that we covered before, that until you're able to say this, Okay, well, some people may be just able to read it, so it's not a problem. But let's say for some reason you can't, then you can just use this, right? So this is what we have discussed earlier. Okay, but this is what we are covering right now. This PDF, again, would have a link in the video description, but you can also access it via this link, which is mentioned in this document. Now, let me talk a brief about the apps. So right now, the status of apps is not great, so I'm going to have to ask you to use 3 apps because each provides a specific function. And inshallah, God willing, if this changes in the future, I will update the links here. Okay, so what I have is basically, I have links for Android as well as Apple, depending on whatever you're using. So for prayer, this is the app for Android. This is called Salah Guide. And as you can see that, it actually walks you through different things, first unit, second unit, and all the steps and motions. And it also has translation and transliteration, but at the same time, as you can see here, it will show you the position, but you can also play the audio. So it would, when you play, it would tell you Allahu Akbar. Okay, so this is something that can be very beneficial. Now then we have another app. It's one of the latest one. Sorry, here, My Prayer. It's one of the latest one. It's really good from learning perspective because it has videos and text explanation of how you pray, all the different position, how we clean ourselves. So it's really great for that, but they don't have those, audios that I was showing you earlier. So I hope they add audio later, but for now, you can use this for learning, and you can use the other app, this one, as a guide for you as you're praying. Okay, so let's close these two. Now the counterpart for this on Apple is called Pray Space. Okay, as you can see, again, it shows you the motions, the positions, and what you say. And if you click on the button play, it will actually read it out for you. So it's really good in that sense. Okay. Same thing. You also have this app for learning on Apple as well as Google. Right. So My Prayer is for learning. Okay, now the third app that you would probably have to get is called Muslim Pro. Muslim Pro is very beneficial because it gives you a couple of different things. Most importantly, it will tell you the prayer times in your location. Okay, and remember, the prayer times are basically intervals. So it's not like one specific time, it's an interval. So here, obviously, I think this is a wrong try. Like when you look at, let me see if it's right here. Yeah, I think this is a better. Yeah, so as you can see, look, it says that Fajr, the morning prayer, starts at this time and it ends at sunrise. So the morning prayer, you can pray any time between this interval from 3:15 to 5:40, whatever that local time would be, but this is an example. Then the afternoon prayer, you could pray from 12:58 to 4:57. So all the prayers are intervals like this. You can pray any time within that interval. If you're praying at mosque, they would have a specific time because that time is set for everyone to come in together and pray together. So they would pick a specific time. But if you're praying on your own, then it could be any time within that interval. Other good things for this app is that it also has, the whole Quran. You can read the transliteration. You can listen to the Quran and you can read the translation. It also has, the direction where we face, the direction to Mecca. It will actually give you that direction as well. So it has some great benefits. So yeah, again, going back, you'd probably get these 3 apps, depending on whatever phone you're using. One would be a prayer app with audio, one would be a prayer time and Quran app, and one is more of Salah, the prayer learning, which is called My Prayer. So I hope that was beneficial. Let's take a look at how do we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let's break it down. Okay, so as you can see here, I think it's relatively simple. See, Bismillah, here, and then I have capital R. Oh, actually, is it this? So to be fair, this should be capital H. Remember, we talked about it last time. There are 2 types of ha sound. One is, the regular, basically, which one is relatively heavy, which is I'm using capital H for it. So here, okay, and the other one, which is lowercase h. Again, if you don't get it, don't worry about it. I'm just keeping it there so you have some distinction. So rah. So this is coming from the middle of the throat. rah. Okay, and rah. Okay, and then other one is here. Bismillahir Rahmanir, capital R for happiness, Rahim. Okay, so simple. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Or you can even say like this. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, so that was beneficial. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.